nice day for planting trees.
And I hope the butterflies get their chance. Come on back. All right, let's go ahead and look at some marine layer activity. We've had a lot of offshore wind events. It's very typical for fall and early winter, and we might be really, fully swinging into our La Nina pattern here with these offshore flow events. In between them, we get these really crystal clear, beautiful days with just real stagnant air, and that's how you get some ground fog. So we can already see some reduced visibilities here and there. Not really widespread, and that's the nature of this type of fog. It's not really a marine layer. It's more pockety in nature. And you can see today's highs, look at that, up into the 80s in many areas. Wow, just a really toasty day. Not at all like a summer-like sort of situation where the inland areas are warm. This was all the way out to the beaches for many of the coastal communities, about maybe 5 to 10 degrees above where you should be for this time of year. Pismo Beach, though, onshore wind kicked in and did not allow you to warm up a whole lot. Now we have to worry about this with these offshore events as well, which is advisories and warnings for fire concerns. And we're going to see this over the next couple of days for both Ventura County and it looks like the southern interior portion of San Luis Obispo County. All areas pretty much south of about San Luis Obispo have really not gotten a good start to the rain season. So these wind events come along and we're pretty much just in a fall pattern, which means we're still in some heightened fire concern sort of in that realm. A lot of overnight 40s and some 50s out there, and where the wind does go offshore, it stays a bit warmer. Where it does not, it can get very cool because the air is so dry, and your daytime warming can go right back up into space very, very quickly. Again, there's the wind mainly out of the onshore direction right now, so many areas are getting some high humidity values, which again means that we could get that pop-up fog, which is extremely low to the ground and can really play havoc with your driving. So be careful out there. No watches or advisories for dense fog quite yet. That could easily pop up overnight. And boy, look at how cool the Great Basin is. This is going to pull into our Santa Ana window, our next one. And then look at the extreme northeast right there. Looks like Maine is doing a real cold version right now of an early winter sort of weather pattern. Storm track is about as far north as it can go for us this time of year, so we get much of what's behind it and sort of around it, which is, of course, these wind events, these offshore flow events. And you can see the next system sweeping through, so the rain and snow will stay way, way to our north. And then as it drops into here, the low will then scoot out. High pressure will follow it. We'll start to get that offshore direction. This one, though, bears watching, and that's because some cold air is associated with it, and it will moderate before it gets to central and southern California. But that cold air sort of advecting or moving down from the north to the south will definitely help to enhance the Santa Ana. So by late Monday, going into Monday, we could definitely see a pretty strong event. We're seeing that right now. Let's hope not. But maybe for Ventura County and then into Southern California, and also the Santa Lucias for the central coast. There, the winds over there, I should say the future track, which stays very clear the next couple of days. Now watch the wind quiet over the next couple of days, and then it really kicks into gear. Watch as the timestamp gets to Monday afternoon. You'll see the Lucias kick up there, and then look at the Santa Anas by Monday evening starting to really cook up right there, which means another wind event. So the fog will be pretty much MIA by that day, but in the meantime, again, we can have some dense reduced visibilities here and there, and the dense fog this time of year, that is what we typically have to watch out for. Very quiet on the big weather map, but then watch what happens as we head toward Friday. A system does knock on the door for Northern California. It looks like the tail end might get into our northern areas. Let's keep our fingers crossed because we need to get the rain season going for Southern California, and it hasn't quite started, so it'd be nice to maybe get something a little more south than Northern California. Let's keep our fingers crossed for that. All right, there's your expected highs tomorrow, 60s and some 70s, more like about 70 degrees on the high end. The beaches, if you have the offshore flow, you stay really nice and mild. Otherwise, it will be a little on the cool side. We do have surf as well, mainly out of the northwest, some southern hemis in there, but mostly northwest energy. So if you're north and west facing beaches, seeing some good chest high waves on the most exposed coastline. And there's your forecast. Again, another wind event is expected, especially in Ventura and Southern California. So Ventura County and Southern California. And that would be by late Monday going into Tuesday. And then beyond that, it gets pretty quiet. And we're really keeping our fingers crossed again for some rain, hopefully by next weekend. We'll be right back.